Okay, Abigail, I'm just making a couple graphs for you to kind of show you what you can do. So one of the questions you have was y equals negative x plus 6. So this goes back to when we talked about slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So when we look at the example we're giving, y equals negative x plus 6. And I'm just trying to remember what it was, but this may not be exactly, but it will show you kind of what you need to do. So m, which stands for the slope, this is how you move on the graph, is going to be the number multiplied by x. And b is what we call the y-intercept, or the starting point. So starting point is just like what it sounds. It's where we want to start at. So when I look at this equation, I can see that m is negative 1 and b is 6. So what that would tell me to do is on my graph, change different colors here, make it a little bit more noticeable. The first thing I want to mark is my starting point, which is 6. So I go up here, I can go up to a positive 6 because that's what my b is. And I would put a point right here at negative 6. Or I'm sorry, at positive 6. Okay. And then my slope is negative 1. So we want to know the rise over the run. So when I'm given a whole number, I just take it and put it over 1. So this tells me in order to go forward, I would go down 1 and over 1. So if I'm at 6 and I go down 1 and over 1, I would mark right next to it. I'm going to actually go to a dot painter so it makes it a little bit easier to see. So I have one dot here at 6, then I would have 1 down and 1 over, 1 down and 1 over, 1 down and 1 over. These would all be points on the line once I connect them. I can also move another equivalent fraction. So instead of moving down 1 and over 1, I could move down 3 and over 3, since negative 3 divided by positive 3 would still give me negative 1 over 1. Then if I connected these points, right, this would be my line. I'm going to make it, usually when we draw the graph, we make it the full distance through the graph. Okay, so B, starting point, M, how you move. Let's go ahead and go to the next page here. Need to get down to the bottom here, so here we have y equals 3x plus b, or 3x plus 6 again. Let me go ahead and change that to a different number. So I'll say -2, so we can kind of see how it moves around. Okay, so again, our m is next to our x because we know y equals mx plus b. So 3 is our m, -2 is our b, also known as the starting point or y-intercept. So we're going to mark -2. Go back to my dot painter here and make it easier. We're going to mark -2. So on the y-axis, first point is at -2. Then this tells us slope of 3 right? Since it's not a fraction, we put it over 1 because slope is made up of the rise over the run. And this tells me how I can go forward and find additional points, right? So going forward, I can go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1 according to the slope. I can go up 3 and over 1. Up 3 and over 1. I can also go backwards. So if it was a +3 over a +1, to go backwards would be a -3, so down 3 and over a -1. If I wanted to double it, I could go down 6 and over 1. I'd be off the graph here, but think about here. If I went up 6, 3, 6, I'd go over 2 because 6 over 2 would still equal that same slope. Then once I have my points, I'm going to connect them using a line. And, in this case, I want to make it longer. And that is our line. In addition to this video, if you go to YouTube and look for Carol Egan, you'll find my videos there, and you can look in the set function section. I'll see if I can get the link, and I will put it in the email to you as well. Have a good night, Abigail.